It is high noon on January 20, 2011, and the Thursday edition of the Daily Journal is upon the streets. Mike Fry here with Nicole Leonhardt. And Nicole, right off the bat, we have an excellent story on page A1 today. It's one of those all's well that ends well stories. Janet Blanchette of Kankakee falls in her garage last week, seriously hurt, breaks her hip, lays there for several hours in the cold, but then she was able to make enough of a ruckus that some garbage haulers that were passing by heard her and basically saved her. Got her to the hospital. Now they've moved on out of state. She can't thank them personally, but through this newspaper story, in part, she is thanking them.
That's fantastic. With this cold weather, it's pretty scary. I mean, a garage isn't very warm, so... No,
glad they found her.
Glad they did, and congratulations to them for being heroes.
That's for sure. Also, in the Journal, you know, usually we present the stories to the public, but right now we're looking for stories from the public. We're going in the reverse here. The Bears have trained at Olivet for 9 seasons now, and in that time the players have interacted with the public to a certain amount. So we're looking for some of your stories of your Bears interactions you might have had. You can email them to us at editors@daily-journal.com. Send a photo of yourself along too. We hope to run these this coming weekend.
Yeah, I know Emily was working on a really cool story about a kid who went to Bears camp and got taken in back by some players and walked away with a little Bears memorabilia. Pretty cool. I'm sure everyone else has a lot of really cool stories too. So
now that you mention that, that's an excellent preview of Friday's edition. We'll have that story about that young man who once went back into the Bears locker room. That'll be in the Friday edition, it said. Also coming Friday is Arctic cold, I understand. Single-digit temperatures.
No good. I hate that cold weather. Dennis Yohnka has the forecast.
Hi, this is Dennis Yohnka, the writer and columnist and weatherman, and oh man, I'll admit it, I'm worn out today, and I'm doing this here from the couch. I don't know if I can make it because I need a little rest for that Bear game. But what I can tell you is that we're going to see a high of 24 today with a low of -4. We're going to have some snow, not much, but it's going to be real cold and getting worse tomorrow. We're going to have a high of 14 then and a low of 9. It's going to be frigid. Saturday we'll get up to 21 with a low of 4. And Sunday, for that big game, a high of 19 and a low of 10. That's at Soldier Field. It might even be a little windier, a little colder there. But in the meantime, I think you better get back to the newsroom, and I'll get back to thinking about what I'm going to do next to plan for that Bear game.
Mike, it's Thursday. It's a Mike's Mailbag Day, a little bit of a personal one. Jeff from Hollywood, Michigan, he knew you growing up. He wants to know why you're a Bears fan now because you weren't when you were younger.
That's correct. Jeff does know that too. So let me explain to people. This is what it's all about. When I was a kid growing up, I was a fan of the St. Louis football Cardinals, just the same way as I was the St. Louis baseball Cardinals. Well, the Cardinals moved out of St. Louis after the 1987 season, moved to Arizona. Well, I had never been to Arizona at that point, still never been to Arizona, so I'm not going to cheer for a team from Arizona, so I was left without a team. Then the Rams moved to St. Louis, and I thought about that for a minute. I thought, nah, you know, those people out in Los Angeles feel the same way I did when the Cardinals left St. Louis. I'm not going to cheer for the Rams either, so I'm left without a team. Finally, the Bears moved their camp to Olivet, and that first year I brought my boy out there, only 6, and we looked around. He became an immediate, instant Bears fan, and you know what? For the most part, I did too. I like the Bears much now. I'd rank them my 2nd favorite team in sports, behind the baseball Cardinals, and ahead of the Illinois men's basketball team at this point in time. So that's how I became a Bears fan. That's how I converted.
All right, well that makes sense, you know, learning from your son, so...
And you think about the Bears, they moved from Decatur to Chicago in the 20s, but I think chances are they're going to stay in Chicago now, at least the rest of my life, so I don't think I'll have to change again.
Good, hopefully not. Hopefully we keep them.
That'll do it for the news at noon today. You can subscribe to the Daily Journal by calling 815-937-3322. You can also pick it up on the newsstand. So until tomorrow...
Stay informed and send us your Bears stories.
Oh, hi, this is Dennis Yohnka, the editor. I'm not an editor. Nobody ever made me an editor. Okay.